Hey guys, I have Eyes of Neji here again. Welcome back. We're doing part two for this locals analysis. I thought this match was a little like the last match was better, but this one was, I guess, a little uglier. My hand wasn't great to start. I think it was like Nib Ogre. Bleh. Gosh, I gotta put this at like 1.5. Pretty sure it was like Nib Ogre. Yeah, Nib Ogre Purge plus the Apophis Trap. Both of those, like I think, pretty sure is the Imperm. Like the Swamp Deity, and then like the one that sets. So I had like 3 hand traps and a good amount of interruption, and I like have no idea what his cards do. So, yeah, he's playing. Shout out to him if you're watching this channel. I don't know if I think he followed or not, but he's playing it's Abyss Actor. Abyss Actor, I think this is what it was. Really neat deck, actually. There was oh yeah, okay, so I had the statue. That's what I had. Oh god, I bent it a little bit. I had, yeah, I had the statue. Oh yeah, oh that's what it was, and the one that set. So I had 2 pops and an Omni and a Ash essentially with the Purge. So I had a good amount of interruption regardless. But yeah, this Abyss Actor deck is kind of scary. They have a card in there that's similar to Blue Eyes, where it's like a double search, I think is what it was. And like pendulums always are kind of weird to interact with. Obviously, it's similar to my deck, right? Where you want to use Ogre on the back row, kind of similar way to like pop it so they don't resolve. But the pendulum summons are always scary. I think the only reason why pendulum decks have not picked traction up like ever since, I don't know, since they've been around. Uh, I think the main reason is because they're all archetype locked, right? And they die to Nib. They don't have like an archetype Omni Negate. Uh, you know, um, what are they called? I'm blanking on the name of the light deck that does. I'm pretty sure they're pendulums, but I forget the name. Anyways, they're like the most popular one but that's because like their end board is crazy good. Uh, yeah. So, anyways, this Abyss Actor. So he's like using the effect, I think, to summon. I'm like, that's fine. So I'll take this chance to set in case he has like an Omni. So like, I set this. I'm like, okay, you're good. Forget what he's doing here. So I think he tries. I think he links these 2 off. Oh yeah, so I go new chain. I'm like asking, does he have anything? He's like, oh maybe. Yeah, so he's got the effect, I think, to like reduce his attack to 0. He was already 0. So I just go into pop. He goes effect to summon. Goes into that Abyss Actor, which is the one they play in Unchained, which is very good. So he's going to use the effect. Yeah, he's gonna use the Abyss effect, I think, to pop something. And I just remove it. Like, so that's my 2 interruptions, right? So yeah, pop that, got the removal. We're chilling with like Nib Purge and something else in here, like Ogre. We're just playing control game right now, honestly. Like that's and sometimes that's the beautiful part about this deck too, right? That's why I love it, is like you don't have to play super combo. Like you can with this deck if you have the right hand, but you don't have to. And this deck can grind really well like this, right? So like you can basically add the vanilla. I'm just setting it. I should be adding it. No, I did it. Okay, good. Oh, it's tactics. I had tactics purge Nib, and he veilered the effect to set them back. So I'm like, okay, I'll draw 2. He goes Ash. I'm like, awesome. He's got Veiler Ash, so he's able to play non-engine. So I'm like, all right, I'll just ping you for 28 and set my vanilla. I have a pop, I have a purge, I have a nib. I'm like, I'm chilling, right? And you got 1 card. You're on top deck, right? Like, oh, here I think I'm like zooming in. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I'm putting you on having like a top deck extender essentially. What else? Let's see. Do I have one more purge? I think pretty sure it's. Oh, that's what it is. It's purge. I think it's. Is it cherries? I think I might have cherries in there. I think it's purge cherries nib. So he goes like effect search. I go purge. It pops it because I have a trap engrave. And then he's like set 1 pass. And Here, like it was probably a bad play for me, but I should have just waited, honestly. Like it plays into tactics more because he's an effect monster. It was really bad on my part because he's passing already, and there's no reason to play into tactics. So hindsight, use it on my turn, just special on my turn. That's it, right? There's no reason to do it on his turn, but I did. I got greedy. I was like, okay, effect to summon and effect to pop. It doesn't really matter. So they go to extra deck, and then yeah, I don't know what I had. I think it was Anubis. I think I drew into Anubis there. Yeah, so that's just game then. Did I do the funny play? Guys, is this the play? Is this what I did that was funny? So yeah, I did effect because I wanted to bait this out. And then I summoned, and then I wanted to get to game. So I just attacked for game, yeah. Okay. So then we're siding. Alright, so we're siding. He's going first. Okay, so he goes effect. He's popping off. I think I have Fulos. I have Fulos Lightning. It's a pretty good hand for me. I was drawn really well today. I had Fulos Lightning Storm. What else did I have? I think that was it. Like Fulos Lightning Storm and like Engine. Yeah, it was like the 2 traps. Actually, I don't even know if I had Engine. I don't even know if I had Engine there. I had Fulos 2 traps. So I like chained his special from deck. I think spell is what it was. So I get to draw 2 here. I think Fulos is just doing its job. I don't know. I kind of assumed because it's a rogue. It's a rogue deck, but like it's not really on the radar. So I figured it's gonna have to play into Fulos regardless. So yeah, I figured that was just fine. I'm like, all right, keep giving me draws. So I get like I think 4 more draws off this. Pretty sure. Yeah, so I get draw an extrav pot. Yeah, I don't have any engine right now except for extrav. Then I have tactics. I have ogre. Ogre's cooking him because like obviously right, you just chain it to the back row. So he's able to resolve a pendulum summon, which indeed is problematic in the short term. Or no, what did I ogre? I ordered his. Oh, he was using one of it to. Oh, that's right. He was trying to level or pendulum modulate, right? He was trying to make one of them a different pendulum level. So that I was like, okay, that's fine. Like, I'll pop with ogre so he doesn't get to pendulum summon. But I think he just had like he used another effect. I think to just search for another one so he could pendulum summon. So that was a nice play from him. He was able to get there, and I think he pendulums after this. Yeah, so he takes one from deck. Then he performs it there. So he performs his pendulum summon. I don't have Nib, although Nib would have gone crazy for this. He makes I don't know what he makes. What does he end up making? He just makes a bunch of bodies. That field spell is scary. Guys, that field spell is actually kind of scary. So there was one card that essentially just it gives one of his abyss actors to me. I had to purge. I forget I think he did this or something. I had to purge one of it. That field spell is great. I would have lost if that field spell was on the field. I didn't have lightning storm. I think if I remember correctly, the field spell read something like your opponent when your opponent activates a monster effect while you control like an abyss actor, that effect becomes so and so, like destroy one abyss actor card you control. Like it's crazy. Like it's like almost a permanent Ubel, Phantom of Ubel effect. It's wild. So I'm like, okay, like that card's literally kind of like drawing me out, which I did, luckily. So he's like crap, right? So I drew the lightning storm. I'm not really too afraid of sequencing things wrong here because I know he doesn't. He maybe has like a Veiler in hand is what I'm putting it on. I did misplay here. He was kind enough to let me because it's locals, right? So he was kind enough to let me restart with Pot of Extrad. Not that it really mattered what the sequence was. I don't think I had engine, so he was very nice to let that happen. I do have to remember though that obviously Extrav is you have to use it at the start of main phase 1. So I did that. So like we're back at game state and I'm just +2 and I now have engine, right? So I go Anubis effect. Let's put this at +2 times 2 here. So I go Anubis, I go Man with the Mark, normal summon effect. I search for the treasures effect to set the Apophis Serpent, I think. Yep. And then I think I have another one, so I set my other trap. I'm like, oh wait, oh yeah, I did a lot of I did a lot of bad things that I normally don't do at like larger events. So I yeah, looked at my hand, I set the other one, set it, searched for the Circuit, summoned the Circuit by banishing Ra, and you guys just wait. We did something very, very hype here. So we banished Ra. We summoned Circuit. Circuit effect is going to search us probably Temple to Kings. I don't think I drew it. Okay, I didn't draw it. I think I was going for like more of an OTK line, I think. That or I already had it in my hand. No, because I had Tactics in hand. No, so I used that to fusion. I'm using those two. So he had a response, so it was like, it was a quick effect. So because he let me go back, I let him go back. That's just how it goes, right? It's locals. It's like whatever. You know, we gotta be more communicative. So he just popped that, was able to put something else in the field zone. You know, I'm not that worried about it. So I fusion summon. I'm like, oh wait, I can't actually do that because I banished it off of Extrav, but I can resolve using these two, so I have to do that. It's unfortunate, but I have to go for that fusion. So he's able to search the spell. The spell's crazy. The spell's crazy. This is the one I was talking about. Like, I had to read this one. I'm like, okay, can I read that one that you had? I'm like, do I think about drawing? I'm like, what does that do? And he goes, it's a double search. I'm like, ah, that's neat. Anyways, shuffle that back. No, that card's broken. I had to lucky out of tactics as well. Like I said, my hands were really good this day. So yeah, I'm like, as long as I control Temple of the Kings, I can banish that. I think. No, actually, I don't even need it. So I just banish it, search for that. I believe I get Raw out here, so I'm on a board wipe because I know I don't want him to just make a bunch of materials, right? So, and I have hella stuff in my grave. Yeah, so I tribute that. I make Raw, send trigger Dangers. Dangers sends everything else. 4K beat stick. I have an imperm. I put him on top deck extender. Plus I have like more interruption in hand. And I think he just goes like pass. Or yeah, I set 3. I think he passes. No, he tries using it. Yeah, I had the ogre. And then he goes place. He goes effect. I think I had a purge. No, I just used this. That's right. I go Chinlink 1, Chinlink 2. I place the other one. Which, yeah, I was checking. That'd be crazy. It wasn't any continuous trap. Yeah. No. So I placed another one. So that's fine, he says. I think he just passes there because he's like, there's nothing I can do. Pretty sure it's a hand trap. So Ra returns to my hand. And here's the fun thing, guys. Here is the fun thing where we need to memorize Ra's chant, right? So I'm going to summon the vanilla. And I am at 8. I should be at 4K because I used the Dangers of the Divine is what I should be at. I misplayed big time here. I should be at 4K. So I'm trying to think of the line that actually gets me to the win here, right? So I do have Raw in hand. What I should have done at this point, I got so excited. I'm not gonna even lie. So I got this here. I should have gone effect. Oh no, I did go effect. That's right. He Veilered it. So I go effect. He goes Veiler. I mean, like, I can pay 3,900 life points to make Ra's attack 3,900, right? But then what after that? I think I summon the thing from grave, and it's at 6,900. Nice. Great stuff. So like I'll have 6,900 attacking, and I don't think I've normaled yet. I really have to check what I had in my hand because I have Man of the Mask that's so close to being game. I have to get to Circuit or somehow like Temple of the Kings and be able to reset one of my traps. Yeah, so I can like shuffle those two or put those back in the bottom of the deck. Oh shit, did it end early? Yeah, so he scooped there. I mean, he just scooped after I like hit him. But that actually that might have been game because I don't know what life points he was at. Let's see. Can we zoom in? Because I thought he paid life points earlier, but I could be mistaken. I don't know. Yeah, but anyways, I think actually, you know what? Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can go back here and see if we can look what's in our hand for a second. That doesn't show it really. Hold up, because I think if we get to game here, let's see if I can slow this thing down to like 0.5. All right. Very slowly checking our hand. Let's see. Okay, so I have raw, I have nib, and it's the purge. So yeah, that's tough. I think if I go and I have 2 set, I think I can activate both. So I think game would be if I link these or take these 2 off for the fusion effect. He Valors. I have fusion and 2 others to make 3 bodies. Yeah, I need another body. I'd have 4. That's so weird. Cause like I'd have to make rabbit, right? Like if I link that off, I get 2 other bodies. So I got 3 bodies. I link 2 off to make rabbit. Rabbit sets. And I have 2 bodies to special, but nothing to recur back. Yeah, that's tough. I don't think I had game here regardless. I think I should have just played for the next turn. Yeah, even though it was slow and he scooped, but yeah. That's it for that match. Let me know what you guys think. And in a couple hours, we are going to be doing our live live $20 giveaway and the analysis of the deck that top. So stay tuned. Catch you guys later. Shinobi out.